Hi, Jim Ziegler, the Alpha Dog. 45 years in the car business, I have consulted thousands of car dealers, hundreds of thousands of executives and salespeople, manufacturer executives. I've been in 1,000 showrooms. And invariably, as a top manager and a top consultant of car dealers, one question that pops up over and over again: how do I pay the salespeople? Well, first of all, let's be very clear. Usually when a dealer announces a pay plan change, it's a pay cut. I've never ever seen a dealer all excited about a new pay plan that didn't cut my compensation. Through the years, as a top performer, record-setting sales manager, through the years, I have always had one theory: hire the best people and pay them too much. Well, let's back up a second. How do you pay salespeople? We've got such a varying way that we're selling cars today. Some people are no price, some people are one price, no haggle. Other people are negotiating dealerships. There's all kinds of ways that people are selling cars. The internet has really changed a lot of the way we do things. So first of all, what is the number one reason people leave car dealerships? What's the number one reason they quit? You're probably going to say the hours. And you're right, spouse pressure. The number one reason people leave a car dealership is pressure from their spouse or significant person in their life. They're working too many hours. That's another broadcast. I'll do that another time. Now, the other reason people leave car dealerships is they're not making enough money. And it might be that they are underachievers. It could also be that the pay plan's wrong. And the third reason people leave car dealerships is because there's no upside to their career. Now, this is something I spent a lot of time studying and reacting to. Sales is a dead-end job in most dealerships. If it's a privately owned company, the dealer probably has a son, two sons, two daughters. They've got heirs that are going to inherit the management positions in that dealership. You're never going to be a top manager or a dealer partner if they've got siblings. They could sell the dealership. There's all sorts of things. There's no upside to it. So years back, I made a vow that I would never, ever, ever participate in structuring a car dealer's pay plan. Never do it, never will do it. Because people that work there always have animosity to somebody that comes in and is partially responsible for changing your pay plan. I left several positions myself as a top performing record-setting manager, and the dealer came in and cut my pay plan. Don't do that. If you're going to change pay plans, do it one more time. And be sure it's relevant. All pay plans must be performance-based, performance-generated pay plans. You don't pay somebody to do what is already in their job description. You pay them for performance, for results. And how do you do that? Well, years back, I created a multi-level pay plan. That's right. Salespeople can have 4 levels of advancement within the structure of the job title salesperson. And they got to perform to move up or move back. We call this the Run with the Big Dogs pay plan. Now, when I created this pay plan back in the 90s, you have to remember all salesmen, most salespeople were paid on the gross profit of the deal. Usually 25% with spiffs and bonuses. And I know some dealers are still doing that. But today there are so many variables to the pay plan. I wanted to create something that had several levels of advancement. First of all, entry level. When you hire a new salesperson, and I would prefer to recruit and grow my own. If you hire a new salesperson, a percentage or a guaranteed minimum. So let's take a look at the Alpha Dog four-stage pay plan. First of all, let's look at entry level. Now, when we talk entry level, what we're talking about, and this is maybe archaic, but 25% front-end commission or $500 weekly, whichever's most. Now, I'm not giving you a pay plan here. I'm giving you a concept of a pay plan. Maybe you don't pay front-end commissions. Maybe you pay for unit bonus. But however you do it, there's got to be a minimum production expected of new hires. They will attend sales training 1 hour per day. They will perform light duties. They will only take in-store ups, and they are not certified yet for incoming phone leads. And they must advance to the next level, professional level, within 90 days. Their minimum commission on a deal is $75. Now remember, this was something I created back in the 90s. You know, you could do all sorts of things with this concept, but first of all, understand there are 4 levels: entry level, professional level, executive level, and master team. 4 levels. Now, not only are there 4 levels of pay plan, but my pay plans are reviewed every 90 days. In other words, you could advance to executive level and not perform at executive level for 90 days. You're going to get bumped back to professional level, which is a lower pay grade. So try to wrap your head around what I'm saying here. Different salespeople at different levels of pay plan. You know, it's all generated by performance generated advancement, or they could fall back a level if they don't perform. So there's my entry level concept. Now, however you tweak that or play with it, think about how powerful that is to have an entry level that must advance to professional level within 90 days or they're automatically terminated. So they've got a goal. They've got to reach professional level. We're going to give them sales training, whether it's virtual or otherwise, 1 hour per day. Anytime we have lot parties, lot duty, they're going to be in that mix. And as brand new trainees, they only take in-store ups. They're not privileged for incoming phone or internet leads. As I mentioned previously, they must advance to professional level within 90 days. And their mini deals are $75 or whatever number you put on it. Remember, this is concept. This is not, chiseled in granite. This is concept. So, okay, let's pretend that my entry-level salesperson has advanced. All of a sudden, my entry-level salesperson has advanced to professional level. And by the way, if you're going to change to a pay plan similar to this, all of your salespeople that are currently on board will start at professional level. Professional level, in this example, paid 3% more than entry level, pays 28% front-end commissions. They've got to have a minimum of 1 year sales experience or graduated up from the entry-level position. To maintain, they must sell 12 vehicles per sales per month, 12 sales per month, which is pretty close to the national average. So professional level is at 12 units a month. Now here's the rub with the pay plan. You're going to love this. If they don't perform 2 out of 3 months at whatever level they are at, they fall back to the previous level. So let's pretend this professional level salesperson does not come in at 12 units. And they're not at dealership's gross average front or back. They're not giving these cars away. They would go back to entry level and have 90 days to work their way back to professional level. And if you want to get really hardcore about it, entry level is either advanced to professional level or you're out of the dealership. So if I've got a professional level car salesperson that falls back for non-performance to entry level, they've got 90 days to get back to professional level or leave the dealership. It's built into the pay plan. Now, if somebody has a death in the family or an illness, we're going to consider that. I mean, come on. But if everything in that salesperson's life is normal, running on track, and they don't perform at professional level 2 out of 3 months, they fall back to entry level. Now, that is built into pay plan in writing, so that we know for a very fact, an absolute fact, where they are and where they're going. They've got to do sales training 1 hour twice a week. They have to log on to our virtual training network. They will receive $200 a month toward personal transportation. And they receive a $75, $100, I don't care what, minimum commission. Minimum commission is built into the pay plan. Now, this is a pay plan I created 25 years ago. So I'm not presenting it as a today pay plan. It's an example, a concept that you can tweak and play with and put into your own dealership. And it will assure you that you'll have less turnover when the salesperson knows that there are advancement levels ahead of them. So by having a 4-stage pay plan, they can move up and they can move down, but it's very competitive. Okay, so professional level, sales training 1 hour twice a week. They still have to perform lot duties, and they may take phone and internet ups. Take phone ups or internet ups coming out of your BDC or however you do that. So, okay, we've done that. What's next? Well, I would say the very next thing is going to be executive level. Let's take a look at executive level a second. Now we're going to get a little, there we go. Okay, executive level pays 30% commission on this example of a pay plan. They must have a minimum of 17 sales per month at or above the profit average of the entire dealership. And they've got to do that for 2 consecutive months each quarter, or 2 months, not necessarily consecutive. And once again, if the executive level salesperson does not perform at executive level 2 out of 3 months, they fall back to professional level. So every salesperson is reviewed by management one-on-one once every quarter. And I might warn them and talk to them and counsel with them in between, but once a quarter, they're going to have to face their performance level. Now, this level, executive level, gives a 1-week paid vacation at $750 for that week, plus coach airfare for 2 anywhere in the U.S. And that happens after they have maintained executive status 3 out of 4 quarters in a year. If that salesperson is at executive status 3 out of 4 quarters, they will receive a 1-week vacation of $750 paid cash, plus tickets for 2 anywhere in the continental U.S. That person will receive 1 weekend off each month from noon Friday till noon Monday if they choose to take it. We may give them a laptop computer with a personal contact, a professional management contact. Usually your CRM has taken that. That was written in the 90s. Remember that. A demo vehicle with personal insurance and cell phone or $50 toward their bill. Now, you don't need to do all the perks I built into this pay plan. I'm just giving you example perks that you can put to reach the executive level. We would love to see the majority of our people at executive level. Let's throw some perks in there. A demo, we'll pay the insurance. $50 towards your cell phone. And here's where it gets interesting. At executive level and master level, I'm going to get to that in a minute. At executive level or master level, they are invited to bring a guest or a spouse or a significant person with the dealer or the general manager at an upscale restaurant. I mean, We're going to have a dinner for the master level and executive level sales professionals once a month with the dealer and the dealer's spouse, maybe. Think about that. That is so prestigious that you went to an upscale restaurant with the dealer because you maintain 17 units a month at or above dealership gross average 2 out of 3 months. That's strong, folks. That's so strong. It gives people something to shoot for. It gives them spiffs built into the pay plan. And if they keep at executive level status for 3 consecutive years, they're going to get a gold-plated Rolex. A fully engraved gold Rolex. Yeah, we're going to give a salesperson a Rolex if they can maintain executive level for three quarters of the every year for 3 years. 3/4 of every year, they're at executive level. They will receive a Rolex from the dealer engraved. 3 years. That's a longevity challenge in itself. So pay attention. I've got several spiffs built into the pay plan. These are theoretical. I've never had a dealer actually use everything that I put in this theoretical pay plan concept. I'm not offering a pay plan. I'm giving you a concept, something you can build on, something you can discuss. How do you want to pay your salespeople? Okay, so beyond executive level, what do we have? We got master level. I put executive level back up there. Yes, I did. Excuse me. I meant to put. Okay, executive level. Let's hide that. Master level on the screen. Got it. Okay, here we go. Master level on this theoretical pay plan pays 35% commission. 35. Now, I have done dealerships that had a 2-stage pay plan, and we called them the executive team or the master team. When you are on the master team, you are a general in my army. You have all sorts of perks. If you can maintain master level sales, and every dealership is going to have 2 or 3 of these people, men or women. If you can maintain master level, you're going to get a higher commission. Now, the example I'm using is 30 sales. You might make that 25 sales. Remember, this is all arbitrary. It's how you want to pay the people. You know, if the salesperson fails to either make unit production or dealership gross average, we're not looking for giveaway artists that coach the customer how to deal with us. You know, so you always have this many units at dealership gross average, front and back. Now, here's kind of interesting. The master level salesperson has no schedule. They can come and go as they please, as long as they maintain that 30 units a month or that 25 units a month or whatever you set master level at. As long as they maintain that, they've got no schedule at all. But think about it. If they're going to maintain that, they're going to have to be there and they're going to have to work. So the freedom, and I've had dealerships where people bragged about, I'm on the master level. Don't tell me. I'm going to talk to the other salespeople. Trash talk abounds in the dealership when you got a multi-level peer pressure tier system. Okay. They get $1,000 a week for a 2-week vacation, tickets for 2 anywhere in the U.S. or Canada or Mexico. Anything in North America, they got two plane tickets for them and a significant other. They've got $1,000 a week while they're on vacation, 2 weeks paid vacation. Now think about that a second. Laptop computer, that was in the 90s. We're probably using a CRM today. And they have an invitation with a guest to the dealer's monthly dinner at an upscale restaurant. Only the top 2 levels, executive level and master level, can have an attendee, bring your spouse, dress up a little bit, go to one of the nicest restaurants in town with the dealer or the general manager and their spouse or significant. Interesting. And here's something the master level gets. And I've got a lot of dealerships that have done this. They get an administrative assistant to help them with their paperwork. You're pumping out 30 units, 25 units a month. We're going to give you an assistant to aid you with your daily duties. Maybe even demo the cars for you in some dealerships. I've got dealerships right now that I know that have salespeople at the entry level apprenticed to somebody at the master and executive levels. People have built that into a pay plan where your first 90 days with the dealership, you're paid a salary and you are apprenticed to an executive salesperson or a master level salesperson. Wherever you get the administrative assistant, whether it's a clerical position where you hire a young man or woman to help them with their paperwork, or whether it's an aspiring salesperson as an apprentice, however you set that up. They get a demo. I mean, demos are dead. Most dealerships I work with, nobody's got a demo. Maybe even the dealer principal doesn't have a demo. But I was brave enough to put demo in the plan. And maybe that was selfish because when I got in the car business in 1976, my biggest perk getting into car business was that free car. And I'll guarantee you, it is a prestige symbol. It's not going to cost you much. If you got somebody operating at master level, give them a car, give them a demo, pay the insurance. And remember, even at master level, if they don't perform 2 out of 3 months, they fall back to executive level. They've got a strong incentive. Even though they set their own schedule, they need to be there and make it work. So once again, an engraved Rolex watch if they maintain master status for 2 consecutive years. If they can keep up master level production at 2 years, they will receive, at dealership gross average, they will receive a Rolex from the dealer engraved. And I'm not talking about a steel and gold. I'm talking about a presidential. Okay, you're going to spend $25,000 on a watch or more. Yeah, you are. And I don't mind giving them all the apps or personal website. I will build things into the pay plan to make master level more and more desirable in the 4-stage pay plan. Now, by the way, if you have a 2-stage pay plan, and that 2-stage pay plan basically is, let me get this off the screen here a second, hide everything. There we go. If you've got a 2-stage pay plan, professional level, executive level, we've had that in a number of dealerships. As a matter of fact, Prestige Ford had that back when we were selling 1,000 units a month. And I was involved in consulting that company. We were selling upwards of 1,000 units every month. And we had an executive team, and the executive team had 10 members on it, which would be the equivalent of the master level here. They set their own schedules. They could work their own deals, basically. That's one thing that you might put into the master level, depending on your competence level of your employees. Master level salesperson have a certain leeway in working their own deals. And there are so many ways that you can compensate people. And I'm a big believer in setting up perks as opposed to cash bonuses. Through the years, I gave away merchandise, clothing, electronics, as opposed to cash. If you're going to spiff the salesperson, I'll guarantee you a big screen television is better than giving them $2,000 cash. $2,000 cash will be spent and forgotten, and that TV will be on their wall 10 years from now. They see it every day, and it's a status symbol. It's pride. So when you're setting up spiffs for the salespeople, think in terms of merchandise as opposed to giving them cash. Salesmen say, I want the money. No, they don't. They want prestige. Prestige is what this pay plan is all about, whether it's 2-stage pay plan, 4-stage pay plan. It has advancement opportunity other than management. Because the way you're all set up now, most of you all are set up, it's either salesperson to manager or nothing. I put 4 levels of salesperson, which gives them a feeling of accomplishment, achievement, and conquest to get to the next level. This pay plan has been in more than 1,000 dealerships through the years in some variation. Nobody's done it exactly the way I designed it ever. But I'm telling you right now, don't be tinkering with salespeople's pay plans continually. Get one pay plan that works and stick to it. Like I say, I was a record-setting manager. I set every dealership's in-dealership record. I wasn't a nationally record-setting car salesman, but I set the record every dealership I sold at. And guess what? I left several jobs because of pay cuts. Because I was a super performer and the dealer deemed for some reason that I had outperformed my pay plan, that this job was only supposed to pay so much. And I'm thinking, damn, it's a percentage. What are you thinking? So anyway, the Alpha Dog, Run with the Big Dogs pay plan, 4 levels. Nothing is set in concrete. Spend a little time tweaking and adjusting how you would like to do a multi-level pay plan with advancement opportunity and achievement opportunity for your salespeople.